Motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. Yes, indeed. We back in the dough, and you better let us in. Make sure you bookmark this site, motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. And of course, when you want to get some cute cannabis gear, you turn to shop.spreadshirt.com/MSM gear. You should be in the door with us, cause Motherhood Sex Marijuana is back, bitches.
Hey ladies, 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 beautiful ladies, beautiful ladies. Hey ladies, 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 beautiful ladies, beautiful ladies. Yo, to all the ladies in the place with style and grace, embrace the beauty beyond the frame, tickle the mind, stay straighten the vertebrae, cradle your soulmate, beat with your heart rate, calm like we meditate, body like educate, shaking the fate, cause we more right and ill, more right than real, we right and real, get it right and real, sicker than your average, feel this queen, I blow up spot, trust you me, I know you hot, they don't even know what they got till it's gone, and I'm not gonna sing another sad song long, women in hip-hop, chicks in flip-flops, cop the blue drop, fuck the blue cops.
Okay. Yes. So, of course, season 5 is not going to be live per se, but we definitely got some preparation on the motherfucking way. As you can see, Kai Storm is in the building. Motherhood Sex Marijuana is in the building. Shoot, Fuego Magazine is in the building. Shop.spreadshirt.com/MSM gear is in the building. Everybody is in the building. And season 5 will bring new conversations, new topics to talk about, new subscribers, new money in this bitch. That's all we interested in 2023. Increase in direct deposits, G. Stop playing. Stop playing. Motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. We in the building, season 5. Show up and show out. And if you want to get down with us, hit us up. All right? Later, people. We in the building, season 5. Let's get it.
Hey ladies, 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 beautiful ladies, beautiful ladies. Hey ladies, 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 beautiful ladies, beautiful ladies. Yo, to all the ladies in the place with style and grace, embrace the beauty beyond the frame, tickle the mind, stay
And
straight.
sing. Hey, Queen. Motherhood Sex Marijuana in the motherfucking building. What's good?
What's good, Queen?
Shit, nothing. Just rocking the old merch. Shit, I remember you got me this sweater.
That's right. That's right.
Shit, how you doing?
I'm feeling amazing. Motherhood, sex, marijuana, the building.
In the motherfucking building, yes,
And
indeed.
spread this lip gloss out a little bit.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I wrote a little song today, and I'm proud of myself because it's a beat that I had in my archives for like, I'd say at least 2 years.
Oh,
And I've always wanted to do
okay.
something. Yeah, I've always wanted to do something to it, and I finally did today. And girl, I got some updates for you. Ooh.
Well, shit, it sounds like your updates are hot and spicy. So let's get to the hot and spicy then. Shit, hot and spicy.
Yeah. Hot and spicy, just the way I like my chips.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to express gratitude because God has been so very good to me. And
Man.
sometimes, even when like remembering times that I have questions, like, just whether anyone gives a shit about me or not, it just feels like things just always tend to like fall into place, like for real, for real.
Word.
So I told you, like, I've been manifesting and I've been seeing visions of myself performing on stage and performing what exactly, y'all might ask? Performing my music, in
Of
fact.
course.
And so, well, no, I don't expect people that saying this to know that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, for those that don't know, Kaya and I are more than just amazing podcasters and mothers and sexy women. We are artists, we're creators and poetess. We're all kinds of shit. We do a lot of shit, okay?
Indeed.
So one of my favorite things to do is to rap. Why? Because it gives me a high like no other, and it's high,
Mm.
it's a high unlike even weed does, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a
Oh.
whole nother experience. And for those that have ever participated on a stage performance or performed in front of an audience where you're giving them energy, they're giving you energy, and it's just inexplainable that way, then you know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So I don't know. And naturally I'm a shy girl. Like you would never know because I talk so damn much. But I talk
Shit.
so much because I have something to say.
Mm.
Otherwise, I prefer not to talk at all. And I don't mind having, moments of silence either.
Word.
But anywho, long story short, I just wanted to thank the hip hop community, particularly Black people, because without you, we wouldn't have hip hop and
Mm.
this culture that all of us, hashtag Eminem, just kidding.
Shit,
That
all of us. I mean,
everybody,
let's keep it, you know what I'm saying?
anybody, yes,
You could just say, you
anybody
could
can.
mention Eminem, but you could also go, shit, hip hop is very huge in like Asia. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like seriously, like you can find
Yes.
rappers of all walks of life. So yeah.
Real shit, real shit. And so, anywho, that's it in a nutshell why I love it so much. I had an amazing conversation with the management team that manages Smokeahonis.
Mm,
And so, like, you were CC'd in the first email. I was just like, pretty much like, how does one get down with y'all,
right.
right? And so this gentleman, his name is D. I actually thought it was a woman that was setting up everything. You remember there was a little story behind it. And
Right.
Kai was like, "Rude, you might not be
Yeah,
a
because I
woman
was
that
like,
you're
and he
talking
was giving me
to."
guy vibes. And like his whole email was just short. Like
Oh, okay.
guys, like females, you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, take it how you feel it. But the bottom line is a female will write an entire email, will express thoughts, express, what she is asking for, what the the purpose of the email is in the first place. His emails was just, here it is, and then he would hit send, and it was just like, okay, yeah, you're a dude and you clearly don't have time and you don't like to type. No, I get it.
I
You don't
I
have time
assumed
and you don't like to type.
I was totally tone deaf. I did not get that memo. And so anyway, long story short, he was very graceful about it. It wasn't cool, whatever. And so shout out to D. He's a family man, father, husband, all that good shit.
Nice.
When I spoke to this person, like even before I spoke to him, I got this like really good vibe. Like when I was like emailing and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you that know what it's like, I mean, any industry, but it's really highlighted in the hip hop industry.
Word.
I mean, if you're a woman in this game, someone's always looking to stick their dick in you or like to holler or to ask you for
Mm-hmm.
something. You know what I'm saying? It's just typical, almost expected, unfortunately.
Right.
But I mean, the way that I've been taking my daughter to studios with me since she was a baby, Sela, and she's
Mm.
now gonna be 8. So it's like, it's like it doesn't matter. You can change the narrative. You don't have to do the typical thing. You can do and at the end of the day, it's fucking work. This is fucking
Word.
business. Even as fun as this shit is, this podcast, it's business.
Oh yes.
So, long story short, it was like we had an amazing conversation. He was not blowing smoke up my ass. I was not blowing smoke up his ass. He was like, "Look, it's going to take some investment. It's going to take some investment and some work on your part, and it's
Mm-hmm.
going to take some consistency." And he was giving me just really good advice
Yes.
that he's accumulated. I mean, he's been doing this since he was 18, and now
Nice.
he's a grown man. He probably, I don't even know how old he is, but he looks younger than me, but he also is really melanated and he looks really young. So
Right.
I'm assuming that he's older just because of how he was talking about, back in the day, right?
Right.
But anyways, long story short, I walked away from that conversation feeling like, man, you know what? I knew that I know I'm good. That's more than just being good, but I know that I'm good enough. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like I felt like I'm good enough. I don't have to show my ass. I don't have to show my nothing. Although I'm not opposed to
Well,
it. I'm
well,
not.
anybody that has watched any episode, any 1 or 3 episodes, knows that you're not opposed to you know what I'm saying, showing a little skin.
We
But
really, we really
at the end of the
broad-minded around
day,
here.
we also want to, encourage, and we glad that you can have, and even in 2023 you can have a conversation, a hip-hop business conversation, whether it don't even have to be hip-hop, it could just be any business conversation between a man and a woman, and sex is not involved, and and sex is not automatically expected, or not, it's automatically, business from jump, and at the end of the day, he sounds like he gave you some good advice. He sounds like, you know what I'm saying, like he definitely knows, the business very well. So, it doesn't sound like, you had anything negative about the conversation. Therefore, you say y'all walked away, starting a platform that y'all could move forward in, which is
Right.
great, because I mean, honestly, based on how the world's been moving, we've been literally seeing a lot of information about hip hop, the business, and it's not just people that was in the business and then all of a sudden they're not in the business anymore because they're not making records. I've been hearing, like, just going through YouTube, I've been hearing little clips of rappers that are currently popping right now, telling you, yes, you see that contract I signed, I shouldn't have signed it. Yeah, you see that company that I'm signed to, they taking all my motherfucking money. Yeah, you see that other motherfucker, that motherfucker owns my royalties, so therefore he gets 80% of my shit. Like that, like hearing that type of information, I think would automatically have a new artist, you know what I'm saying, not want to, fall into any traps, not easily, you know, moved into any, shiesty ass deals that's not gonna, help them in any type of way or form. Thank goodness technology has gotten to the point where, they could, you could go independent and make your own money and not even fucking, give these people a chances. But at the same time, I also see that some people, they start independent, and then once they get, they blow up a certain way because of a song or whatever, then they no longer want to do, what I'm saying, want to fuck with the little money, or deal with the little man, like Ice Spice, for instance.
I
I
was
heard
just
about
thinking that
her
shit.
that what I'm saying, that once that song, like, the song blew up, she was doing shows for 5,000, 10,000, this, little monies. She was doing, performances, and then as soon as the song blew up, any shows that she had signed for like 5,000 and 10,000, she canceled them shits. Like, bitch, what? You not? The song is making money. I'm making money. You need to be paying me more. And it's like, wait, bro, what happened to the people that bought tickets for the 5,000 show? The little thing. I mean, people actually bought tickets for that. So you just chat on them? Really? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't agree with that at all. you know, to each his own, of
To each his
course,
own,
right?
obviously. Do your
But
business
since we're
however,
talking
run your business
about,
however you want to, but
yeah,
it's like that.
exactly.
It's like,
But
you know
that's
what I
just
mean?
bad
That's
business.
bad business. That's bad business.
And then the people that were really down for me from jump, who obviously was buying those tickets, those are the ones that you're really hurting.
Word.
And I think that, and hopefully your rise or your downfall.
Ladies, 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 beautiful ladies.
Child. It's not a show unless we fuck it up one time. Unless there's a fuck up one time, there's not a show. It's not a show unless he fuck up one time. I'm just saying. It's gotta have a fuck up in there to be a show. You know what I mean? It's gotta be a fuckery error. You know what I'm saying?
I was beginning to say, where's our technical difficulty at?
And then here we go. He showed up like, here I go. Here I go. You was looking for me? Yeah, nigga, I'm here, right? God. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, but there it is. There it is. If you watch our show, you know we have plenty of those. But and the last thing we was talking about was fucking just not being loyal as an entertainer. I feel like, you know, as an entertainer, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you definitely owe, on your way up, you owe the people that support you. And we was mentioning Ice Spice because that's what I heard about. I heard that she's dead ass canceling, you know, shows left and right because they not, you know, they paying her the before the blow up money. And she's like, nah, fuck that. I want after blow up money. You know what I mean? And it's like the after blow up money is crazy because what fucking that chick Glorilla, yo, apparently she wants $30,000 just to walk through a fucking venue. Walk $30,000 to walk through a venue? Like, wait a minute. Was you what the fuck? Crazy. I get it. We're, you know what I'm saying, pay what you're worth and whatever, but at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, you also you get to a certain level and you don't look back at the little people that helped you get there. And I don't think that's right. And I think for sure, one of the main things Motherhood Sex Marijuana has always done, has always looked out, you know, looked at and been thankful for anybody that supported our shit. You heard what? Anybody and everybody.
Through and through.
Word.
Because it gets to a point where the vision or the actuality is much bigger than just one person or two
Word.
people or anything. It's just huge, and that's what you want anyway. And so to limit yourself in such a way is like shooting yourself in the foot, you know, like why would you think so small?
Word.
And with any big organization, any big brand or whatever, the brand is what it is, but there's like hundreds, if not thousands of people behind it, making sure that it's being pushed. So I love our dynamic. I think everybody gets a gist of like who we are as people just by listening to this podcast. But then if you're working with us, you know that we're the same when you're working with us. It's just, and then the funny thing is that I was telling Kai that she's like, it's like we're in school and she's like the top student that gets her homework done all the time on point. And then she looking at me like, get your shit together, girl. Like we still homies, we still cool. But I'm the one that's just like just a little behind all the time. Kind of probably didn't have breakfast that morning going to school, you know what I'm saying? Not as focused.
Shit. Shit, if I, man, listen, that sounds like such a opposite description of me in school when I was in school. Because I mean, no, because literally when I was in school, yo, high school for me was all about pleasing my mama. Like if I bring a report card that my mama don't beat my ass for, I'm Gucci. Like, yes, all I cared about. And literally the only class she let me, you know, slide by was math because she knew that I was not smart when it came to math. and she didn't give a fuck. So when I came home with 65s in math, she'd be like, yeah, I figured that. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? I figured that, and that's okay. But shit, everything else I just basically skated by. And college, the 2 years I did in college, I promise you, it was because I saw a TV show and saw college like it was the TV show, and was really in my head thinking that college was just gonna be an easy breezy, and that shit was not easy breezy. And when I got there is when I realized that I really didn't want to be there. So it's just like, nah, I need to get the fuck up out of here right now. And my mother, and thank God my mother was not one of those, you got to get a college degree type of it. No, she was just glad I graduated high school. So she didn't even give a fuck, you know what I mean, that I didn't, make it all the way through college and shit. And because of that experience, I literally looked at my oldest child and told her, listen, as long as you graduate high school, I'm good. Like, whatever you want to do afterwards, it's your business. You grown after that. But shit, but I ain't forcing you to go to college knowing damn well how hard college was. Never mind how expensive if it was that back in those days. So I can imagine what it costs now and shit. So nah. No. One thing I am is reasonable, and it never, I guess I wanted my kids to be educated, but I at the end of the day, I didn't want to, force them to go into something that might not even help them, especially when I know based on experience that fucking having a college degree don't really mean shit. The fuck out of here. Me and you could have a college degree and have the same level job. Just because you have a degree and I don't have a degree don't really mean nothing. You know what I mean? At least that's the way, the workforce is going. The plantations out in this world are going. Yes, they'll request that fuck shit in a fucking job application, but shit, if you got the experience, you can get around that bullshit, and you kiss the right ass, you can get around that bullshit. Definitely. But one of the main things I wanted to talk about on this episode, because one of the podcasts that I catch every now and then on YouTube is these two dudes called shit. I don't know what they name, but they call their podcast Shits and Giggles. And when I tell you these, they're clearly from England because their accent is very heavy, and the questions that they be reading off be just wow. And one of the questions, I think I even posted the question, like I posted a clip of the video on my IG where your man asked, what as a woman, what is the cruelest thing you ever said to a man to hurt his feelings? And apparently one of the responses was that I wish that I can't wait to see your last breath. And I was just like,
Lord,
like, you got, like, first of all, this motherfucker had to like really hurt you bad to want to see his last breath. Like, he had to like, and then I said to myself, well, damn, what's the cruelest shit I ever said to a man to really hurt his feelings? And I think the worst, I've thought of things to say, but as far as like actually saying it, because because the fact is, I'm petty. I'm a petty motherfucker, and if I say something that I really want to hurt your feelings, especially to a man, fuck around, it might be something that you want to punch me in the face for, and my face ain't, we don't want to get punched in these faces. We want we want kisses and what I'm saying, makeup and shit, but we don't want no punches. So we try to keep, but I think the cruelest thing I would ever say would be like, wishing like, something happened to like, his dear family, his mama or somebody like that. I don't know, something. It would have to be real, just real down to earth. Like, I hope when she crosses, she don't make it. Some type of shit, like, you know what I mean? But even then, like, that's some shit that you would like, a dude would want to punch you in the face. Like, so I'm thinking to myself, have you ever said anything to a dude to just like crush his whole ego, just bring him down from 10, bring him from fucking 10 all the way down to fucking -1.
Yeah. I'm not I wouldn't say that necessarily a petty person. Not like I feel like I'm better than anybody. Not like that. It's just
Right.
that sometimes I just don't give a shit that much, you know.
Right.
And excuse me, I do have like a natural like nonchalance about me, you know, and a cool, you know, kind of like surfer California like, right?
That's
So
true.
long story short, it's just like I remember telling one of my partners that another person that I was, I guess, sleeping with pretty much, that person was like, what was, I don't know even know what I said, but I said something to the effect that this other person that I had been sleeping with and not known as long as was better for me or something like that. Something like that.
Make
Or
you
like,
become better than he did, obviously. He,
well,
she,
like
whatever.
it was, the thing is I can't even remember exactly what the fuck it was, but I
Right.
remember how it was taken and I remember how I felt, where was it didn't feel that good to say that. And I didn't actually mean it. I said it to be hurtful, you know what I mean? And so karma is real. And so
Definitely.
some, you know, some shit like just really bit me back in the ass with regards to that relationship and what I could have done, what could have been done in a lot of ways.
Mm.
But at the same time, I can't even complain. I can't find one complaint because I am so happy where I'm at right now. You know what I mean?
Word.
And the reason why I say that is because I'm like the man that I always wanted, and it's some real shit. You know, like
I feel
well,
it.
you know what I mean? Like, okay, and let me be, and if you guys want to like debate, go ahead in those comments. You know what I'm saying? As long as we can actually have a conversation, I'm down. But what I mean by that is like I provide and I provide well to where no
Mm.
one's like going needing anything. And
Right.
I can do that from scratch because I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I love that. And I love that when the tough gets going, I go even stronger. You know, I love
Word.
that I'm a fierce protector of my children. I
Mhm.
love that no motherfucker, you know, motherfucker has me fucked up. That, you know what I'm saying? So those masculine qualities, right? Or even one would say mother, you know, like a mother bear quality or
Mhm.
whatever. It's the same spirit, and I love that for myself. You know, I love that for my
Word.
children. But I love that I'm not seeking that in anything else, you know,
Mm.
because if I was over here depressed and shit because I don't have a date on Thursday night, I would be wasting a lot of time. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Like
right.
and a date on is the least of my worries right now. So, but there's some motherfuckers that are still looking for that date. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know, on some real shit.
Oh yeah. And
And
then there's
I
some people that, that now while they're looking for that, they're kind of like they're not, reality based. You know what I mean? So they expected more than they really should be. They expected more than they should be expected. You know what I'm saying? Like their expectation should be at a 5, and instead it's at a 10. And it's like you need to bring it back down to 5. Need to bring it back down to 5, because at the end of the day it's about what, I'm saying, about what you bring to the table too. You know what I mean? Because I've heard that too, that I've heard on like a lot of men podcasts, they'll say, well, some of these women are too independent. You know what I mean? They're too, and some of the independence is very masculine, like you said, where it's like, you know what I mean? You because you taking care of everything, and you doing everything. You feel like there's that, if somebody came in, they really wouldn't be an addition to you unless they need certain qualities type
Oh,
shit. You know what I
certainly,
mean?
certainly. Yeah, and so have you heard? I think it's called Shira 7, Anyway, have you heard of her name? Her name is SE5. She's this
Nah,
beautiful woman who I love to watch her. And the funny thing is that I don't agree with everything that she says either.
right.
Long story short, her thing is like she doesn't think that women should need to bring anything to the table. She thinks that you need to, um, the man should be paying. And if a man pretty much don't have money to pay the bills at least and take care of everything, then he's pretty much useless, is her
Mm,
overall idea. Now,
mm,
I don't agree with that per se,
at
but I
all.
do agree with some of the advice that she gives for women that need that extra push just to remember your worth, that you're valuable. You know what I mean? So she instills a lot of valuable, but in a sense, not all women want to be taken care of like that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So she makes this joke. Someone had asked her like, what kind of woman does not want to be ask a man for money? And she's like, oh, pick Misha because she just wants this motherfucker picker or whatever. And then she's like, we got what's her name? What's the next woman name she talked about? She goes, Barbara the Builder. She's gonna help you build your whole empire while you leave her. And she like
Yo, she got
she's
names for
funny.
the chicks,
She
but
got names for these general ideas, and it's just and I'm laughing because I'm like, hey, I'm a Barbara the Builder.
yo, and see, that's
You
the thing is
know?
that, as a woman, it's hard to even, say that. It's definitely hard to say that and admit it, because a lot of a lot of women, what I'm saying, they come off like they putting off this persona, but when you at the end of the day, you're really this. And that's why, what I'm saying, that's why pick
Oh,
Mishas
yeah.
and Barbara the Builders and shit like that exist in the first fucking place. You know what I mean?
No, that's some
Because
real shit.
because shit, back in the, let's keep it real. Back in the day, I ain't gonna lie, shit. I thought that was the ideal thing to do. You know what I mean? To be a woman where you're at home, you're taking care of the household, and you know what I'm saying, and the man, and if he out there working and he bringing the money, then you basically, you know you depend on him to pay all the bills. But then you get in a situation like that where a man uses that in the wrong way against you, and then you looking at yourself like, wait a minute, I don't necessarily want to
Yeah.
be in a situation where somebody else can control what the fuck going on with me. Like, wait a minute, and then let's say you get and then you get a job and whatnot, and you even see the reels all the time where it says, where it's asking the man, yo, if your wife is going out and she is going out to work and she makes a 6-figure salary, will you stay home and take care of the kids? And then you see the husband, he's mopping floors, he's doing laundry, he's taking care of the kids, he's watching the novellas. You know what I'm saying? He's literally the woman technically all of a sudden, because she's got a $600, she's bringing home 6-figure salary. But then in that same dynamic, you could actually see a woman, look at a dude like that and be like, yo, why the fuck am I taking care of you? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you just in the house, but shit, why am I taking care of you? Like, I could fucking and do this by my motherfucking self. You know what I mean? And I think I think for me, it's just a balance on how it really it's a balance, and it really shouldn't be financially dependent upon. Yes, it should be included, but it shouldn't be financially dependent upon, because yes, you could be both of y'all could be working, and let's say he making more money than you. That doesn't make him more important in the house than you, and vice versa. You know what I mean? All it is that all it is how you actually handle the bills, because of how much money you break in the house. You know what I mean? What kind of agreements y'all have with each other? Like, how to
Exactly that
decide
part.
that, you know, I'm like, okay, I with my job, with the money I make, I'm going to take care of all the bills in the house, and then with your money, you make sure take care of the kids. You make sure when it's time for birthdays, you handle birthdays, shit like that. Then, you know, it's a balance. It works out. You know what I mean? And at the same time, nobody shouldn't be made whatever your balance is within your household. Nobody shouldn't shame you for however you handling it. If you want to be,
Right.
if you are the actual person that's making six figures and you taking care, dude, and you want to do that and it works out for you, then fucking do that. Don't let fucking society tell you how your shit should work out. You know what I'm saying? No,
Telling you.
let society tell you that it's wrong,
Exactly.
that he's at home and you going out making the money if you're fine with that. You know what I mean? Or if you're making more money than him or he's making more money than you. However, y'all plan out the bills and the accessories of the house and the fun times and the emergencies. However you plan that out with the money is however you do it. You know what I mean? And nobody shouldn't be in judgment of that. But at the end of the day, we do have people that will, you know, make make that shit a whole series. Like, and then even in talking about other podcasts, like I actually saw a clip, but everybody in the clip was Muslim though. That's the real twist of this clip. That everybody in this clip was Muslim, and the men were basically talking to the women and telling them that, you know, if I am as a man take care of the house and make sure and bring all the money to take care of all the bills of the house, I expect your ass to cook and clean and cater to me like a fucking maid. You know what I'm saying? And and their response was, well, shit, if you making money like that, then why you can't, you know, get me a maid? So I don't have to do shit. I could just lay up. And then he was like, well, shit, if I get you a maid, I could just marry the maid. Why the fuck am I marrying you? You know what I'm saying?
Or add her to the equation. She can get some dick too. She's doing all that.
Well, shit, you know. But
Who say
again,
you gotta marry
everybody in
me?
this clip was Muslim, so I understood the religious, you know, umbrella that this conversation was being held under.
Lord have
You know what I
mercy.
mean? Where and again, that's another thing, another dynamic that we got to deal with as women, depending on, you know, religious beliefs and shit, depending on, you know, how he was brought up. You know, if
But
he comes up to, if you and him in a relationship, you know, you do certain shit, you know, case in point, Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson was married to a whole billion gazillionaire for a hot minute and decided she couldn't take it. You know why? Because the man was Muslim, and it wasn't, it only took her but a couple of years living as a Muslim to say, nah, I can't do this. I say I can't do this.
hey,
I say
you know what?
I decided to go live my life. I was living my life before you.
Man, you know what?
What? I can't wear
Shout
makeup.
out
Nigga,
to
I want to wear
the
makeup. You know what I'm saying?
hey, shout out to the Muslim community. I do know that it's a very strict way to be
Very, very, very.
belief
I mean,
system,
and all certain, you know,
but
definitely. It's not even just it's like there's different religions that have, you know, different respects, different, you know,
sure.
things, especially when it comes to women. You know what I mean? And not there's a lot of religions out there where women have absolute, like, what, you sit in the back, you were behind me, I am the one in the front, you wait, go sit over there, you know, type of shit.
Hey,
So,
and if you sign up for that, and if that's your belief system, then that is what it is.
mm-hmm.
It's not a program that I particularly would
Oh,
adhere
no.
to. In fact, I am unpacking a lot of the religious beliefs that I had, growing up with, because they no longer serve me,
Word.
and I'm trying to keep it straight to the source. And so I
Mm-hmm.
think that with anyone that's listening to this podcast, again, like, we're not experts on this stuff. We're just
No.
merely giving conversation on what we believe to be true and what we observe. And so if you want to add to the conversation and or touch on any of these particular topics with respect and understanding, then feel free to hit us up.
Word.
I'm really proud of the progress that motherhood sex marijuana is making. I think we're amazing, and I think that everybody that has graced us on the show is amazing.
Word.
Also, Queen Kai and I want to let anybody know that's listening that we are interested in doing live shows as well. And so, if you're in a particular
Yes.
area, Dallas, I don't know, wherever, like anywhere, wherever, in Nebraska, wherever you're at, and you would like to organize a podcast show, let us know because we also have some podcast friends that might be interested, right?
Indeed. Oh
Yeah, you
yeah,
never know.
absolutely. We have friends that
Yeah,
definitely would be interested, and the fact is, that's how all of us plan to move up in this podcast journey in the first place. You know what I mean? Each one teach one and reach one. You feel me? At
right.
the end of the day, you know what I mean. One hand wash the other, both hands wash the face, and so
Yeah.
one of the main things we do, even on our social media, we promote anyone that's following us that's you got a business, you got something going on, we happen to see something that we can repost or talk about or show to the people, we damn sure do that, and shit, and because we on the come up, we ain't even charging you right now, we ain't we ain't we you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all we want is people to notice us while they noticing you. You know what I mean? And and
I
and,
heard
and,
that.
and spit, but to change the whole subject,
What?
girl, Jaguar, right?
Oh my God, I'm so glad that you mentioned her. I was thinking about her earlier.
Baby, no, because the
Lord.
main reason why I want to talk about her is because not only because of the clip that I saw, because first of all, let me just be honest with y'all people or anybody that that's watching this show, please understand that I am a big time YouTube watcher. I scroll through the videos like a motherfucker, and I'm watching the fucking reels like a motherfucker. And that's how I even saw that reel of Jaguar, right? We recently posted it on our channel, on our Instagram, where it looked like she's having an argument or she's trying to you know argue with police officers, or she's some police station, and she's talking to officers, she's talking mad aggressive, and in the midst of her talking, she's on her phone and she's live, and I guess the officers couldn't take it anymore and decided to grab her up, and that's when the live ended. Now I because I'm nosy like a motherfucker, I try to search to find out why the fuck and who the fuck and how the fuck that whole scene, like what was the details behind it, because there has to have been some story somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't find it. Now, this channel, Sean Davy Way, shout out to Sean Davy Way, he's big time YouTuber, and apparently him and her are really good friends. Such to the point that, when you really want to know what's really going on with her, your best bet is to turn to his channel. And your man did a live with her, he did two recorded shows with her, where first of all, she describes that she and her husband are really having a lot of trouble, a lot of problems. And so they're no longer together. He's I guess staying with some chick, and she even described that she met some dude and fucked him in her car. Bro, I was sitting there like, what the fuck is this? but it sounded so crazy. I was just like, oh shit, let me just listen. And
Lord.
she's talking about that. She's fucking and then she's talking about she wants her husband back, and she's hoping that they can get on the same page. And she's also she's supposed to be subscribed like a lot of different medication based on certain illnesses, and it's like she's not taking the medication. So in my head, when I hear all that, I'm saying to myself, yo, there's probably I'm not saying that everything she's been saying was just crazy talk, because ain't no fucking way none of that shit can't be just made up crazy talk. I think that real talk, she definitely is kind of spiraling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And because she's spiraling, she's getting herself in situations where she can be compromised. And it's like, and based on everything that she done said in these streets, like she can't be just by herself nowhere. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe that she can just be by herself anywhere. You know what I mean? I feel like she got to walk with protection on a regular basis. You know what I mean? And I think that she really, based on everything that's going on and based on listening to the lives, it's like I kind of think that yes, I'm not a motherfucker that's into into this medication, because I already know this medication got fucking all kind of other extra additives that don't fucking need, they ain't fucking needed, and who to know, what I'm saying, if somebody is giving her some shit that might really try to destroy whatever, destroy her mind, destroy her thoughts, not have her really looking out some crazy shit, you know what I mean? So I can understand why she don't want to take the pills, but it's kind of giving me you need some level of some help, like somebody, like, because right now it kind of feels like even Sean was saying it's just like there's very little YouTube channels that talk, that say good things about her. It's like a lot of the channels, a lot of the creators are talking, when they talk about her, they talk mad dirty, mad shit about her. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like not enough people, it kind of gave me like it's not enough people encouraging her to be healthy and you know what I'm saying, and just be safe and sane and you know what I'm saying? So as more people just trying to, it's like something is definitely around her trying to definitely kill, like definitely destroy her slowly, is what I feel. You know what I mean? And we watching it, and it's like some people because they got a certain level of subscribers and level of people checking their channel out. They getting that information and using it to big up they shit, rather than but at the same time, as a grown, you already know, I'm a grown woman, you a grown woman. If you felt that there was something wrong with me and I needed to do something about it, and if I didn't want to do it, ain't no fucking way you can make me do it. You know what I mean? Like, just the fuck out of here. I'm grown. I'm in charge of me. But at the same time, I feel like with her situation, I feel like we watching her demise, like we watching her shit, and it's like, and I think it's like it's definitely mental. Like she needs some sort of mental guidance. You feel me? Like it can't be just natural. Like because like everything, like they said that the latest thing they said about her was that the husband blew up the fucking car. And at the end of the day, you already know there's a price on her head. Like people, somebody got a couple of people probably got price on her head based on what she been talking about. So who to know if somebody ain't in a doctor's ear trying to get her to take some shit, and of course she like, nah, I'm not about to. But at the same time, it kind of feel like you need to do something though. You know what I mean?
Lord, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. You actually, I think, sent it to or tagged me in it. This is the thing too. Just to play the devil's advocate again, it's like I remember times where I've completely blown up on somebody, and you would think that I was crazy as fuck and that I need to go to the psych ward. And it was just one of those moments where it's like, I don't give a fuck. And we only saw a little blurb, as you mentioned, right?
Right.
So it's like, and the fact is like I've been in front of cops and I've wanted to say just that, like just give them a piece of my mind and yell at him, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I know, I get it. And a lot of things she does say, and she does mention having the necessity to take, or that she does take, excuse me, pills. She did
Mm-hmm.
mention that. So, and her husband, I think, Goomba or whatever his name is,
Yes.
he's same thing, right? But long story short, it's like, I could see myself doing some crazy ass shit, someone posting it, and me just looking crazy as fuck. Like
Mm.
the other day, I had Googled my name, right? And then one of the first things that I saw was fraud, blah, 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 bullshit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the fuck? So I
What?
click on it. Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I click on it, and it was a transaction that had happened a long ass time ago when I lived in like Westminster. Long story short, I bought this DJ equipment from some kid. He said kid did not have the fucking plug-in to so that I could test if it actually worked.
Right.
So I wrote him a check, and I think this motherfucker lived in like San Diego or something. So it's kind of like a ways away, from where I live.
Right.
So
Right.
I guess he gets home, and I told him, I said, "Hey, I need to order this part," because he didn't give me a full situation. He didn't mention that shit, I guess, in his thing.
Right. Right.
Watch
Right.
out. Anyways, so long story short, um, I all of a sudden I'm getting like these like death threats on my cell phone. Like these motherfucking like he apparently like belonged to this like gaming like co- collective of like all of these nerd gamers, and he goes
Death
on there and
threats, you
he
say?
tells no, really. His fucking nerdy friends were like, "Give my friend his money, his DJ equipment back, you thief, you fucking liar, you thief." And it's like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like I said, he sold me his DJ equipment. I needed to get that piece. Once I could, it's the adapter that plugs into the wall, and then you just, it works, right?
Right. Right. You
I
exactly.
couldn't. So I'm
The
like,
least he could have did was tell you that you had to purchase that item.
well, no, he did, and I had to purchase the item, and
Oh.
so I purchased it from like I think a company called Sam Ash or something like that. So,
I
long
remember
story
that.
short, we had to order it, and so there was a waiting or something like that. But eventually, this motherfucker got his money. But it's like now you done damaged the whole motherfucker's name off of your
Mm,
impatience, and first of all, you sold me an incomplete product. And
right.
I do remember like responding, but I don't even whatever. Anyways, that's just tangent. Um, but people just got me fucked up sometimes. And I don't know, there's so many things I want to talk about. I just don't want to be too negative.
Shit, this is the space to fucking let
Oh,
it all the fuck out.
okay, Queen. Okay. So I started this job, this little side job, which I absolutely love, by the way. So
Right.
I work at this soul food restaurant that's just a block down the street, like I told you over the phone.
Right.
And it's actually owned by this church that I frequent. And long story short, I can't complain about the job at all.
Hmm.
There
What the fuck happened? Why are we paused?
are we paused?
Oh,
I can
now we
see.
good. We good. We back.
Okay. Okay, long story short, I have this coworker who pretty much like we work like opposite schedules, except it kind of overlaps a little bit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like I go, she comes, type of shit. Anyways, long story short, she's she's an insecure woman. You know what I mean? She has issues with that,
Okay.
and you know how bitches get funny when they're territorial and shit like that,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
type of
yeah.
like I've been here first and blah blah blah, and I'm
Right,
the
right, right.
I'm the main like waitress type of shit or whatever
Right,
the
right,
fuck.
right, right.
So it's like, oh my lord, and it's like it's just whack. It's whack drama because first of all, everyone's Christian as hell, so no
Okay.
one's really like But my thing is like you got me fucked up, girl. Like it ain't. I'm not dumb. Don't talk to me in that type of way, and we'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to be the best friends. But what you will not do is
Is
you will not
disrespect
throw
me
me.
because I will
Yeah,
punch you
you
in the
will not.
face.
Well,
Girl,
or worse, I will ignore your ass until you can't, because you know that ignoring somebody is just as bad as hitting them. Did you know that?
oh no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
You know me, the
So
Brooklyn in me automatically goes to punch you in the face. No, the Brooklyn in me says punch that bitch in the face.
nah, bitch,
But you know,
because
at the
nah,
end of
I'm
the
in
day, yes,
Portland, bitch.
ignoring a bitch
No.
really, makes her feel small because no answer is an answer. Real talk, no answer is a
Oh,
fucking answer.
I didn't
Like, bitch,
shit.
you don't even breathe.
I
Like, what?
didn't say she
I
didn't
don't
deserve
even
a
know you
punch in the
here
face.
is the same thing as
Mm,
punching you in the face. But yes, the Brooklyn in me says punch
yeah.
that bitch in the face. You
Oh, I
feel
mean, yeah, I didn't say that she don't deserve that, but you know what I'm saying, that's not the approach that I'm choosing to take, right?
Oh yeah,
And then
don't go to jail. Nah, fuck that. I'm
nah.
just saying.
And you know what? Not to be make it a racial thing, but she's of a class of people that are privileged.
Uh-huh.
So it's like that's even, you know
So
what I'm saying?
she
It's like,
really got a
oh,
level of, oh, I'm really better than you kind of thing. Yeah, nah.
embedded historically, right?
Yeah.
So long story short, anywho, yesterday, I went to go and just pick up food from the place that I work just as a customer, you know what I'm saying? And when I go, I don't make a big deal out of it. I just go get my food, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
this motherfucker takes that opportunity to bring up our whole shit. Like, oh, you know, I just want to make sure that you're. I'm like sitting there, like, damn, can't I just wait for my food in peace? Now I got to deal with this.
So you was trying to
But
avoid
anyway,
her ass, and she was definitely up in your face. Like, no, I'm a ring you up so that you have to see me. No,
so
You can't ignore me. You have to see me. I feel you. Yes, one of those. Now, see that kind of pick me bitch is the kind of bitches that I really be trying to stay away from. You know what I'm saying? The bitch that she got to be in your face. She knows
um,
she know you don't like her. She know you don't
okay,
like her, but she coming right up in
hey,
your face like, yes, wait, no, let's talk, bitch. No.
because now you're on my personal time. You know, what I'm saying, I ain't even getting paid for this.
You know what I'm saying?
I
We
ain't even
don't
getting
have to
paid for this
talk.
chat,
I
this
am currently a
conversation.
customer and I could cuss your stupid ass out, but because I gotta come back here tomorrow as an actual worker, I'm not gonna do that. Nah, because if I was just a customer, I would have just cussed your stupid ass out. Like if this was a franchise and I worked at another franchise, yeah, I would have just cussed your stupid ass out.
Oh shit. And so because I'm trying to be right with the Lord, you
Oh
know what I'm
yes, and
saying?
we all try to be right with the Lord. Yes.
So
Yes.
Ruth's trying to be right with the Lord, and you know, this is the same church that I go to, you know. So she starts like, so I'm just very diplomatic, and I don't want to seem like a bitch that's just talking shit. I'm not just talking shit, but I'm just giving you this experience. And so I'm trying to like convey to her like my point of view, and
Mhm.
she's not really like there. You know, someone's like there, but they're not really listening to you.
Right, right,
And
right, right, right.
I was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm out of here, dude. And thankfully, she got called away to go do some shit or whatever. It's like,
Mhm.
yes, please do
Yes,
that
go
because
away,
this is,
go away, girl. But
yeah.
yes,
And so,
girl. But before we do, let's check our corners real quick. Let's check our corners. Both are
oh
corners,
shit.
both corners. Yes, yes, indeed. Let's check that. All right, cool.
Thank
You gotta make sure
you.
and get that, girl. You gotta make sure and get that. But yes, but see, I feel it though, and let me tell you something. At the last job, Lord, there was always one of those. There was always one of those chicks that always wanted to get seen, and I shit because
Lord.
my level of because shit, I'm looking at it you like this. Listen, see,
Mhm.
I get joy out of cussing people, but sometimes I'd rather just to save my breath. No, save my breath because you know what I'm saying. But I
You're
do
like, because I got this podcast.
but I do get joy out of it, motherfucker. Please don't test my throat. But there's times when my throat wants to rest. My throat wants to rest. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
No, but for real though. And then another thing, another thing with the whole Jaguar right thing, I wanted to make sure and talk about that was that this is like right is right and wrong is wrong. And real talk, this would be some shit that I would definitely want to beat a bitch ass for. Even though that the bitch that want to beat her ass, I don't like her. But anyway, Tasha K. I don't know if you ever heard of Tasha K.
Yeah, Tasha K? Wine with Tasha or something like that.
Yes, Unwind with Tasha K. Now, Tasha, I used to watch Tasha K, but on some real shit, I got pissed off with her as soon as she started that bullshit with Cardi. Because that whole fuck shit with Cardi was some old fuck shit. And I was like, nah, bitch, you going too far just for fucking clicks and views. You went way too far for clicks and fucking views. So I stopped fucking with her since then. Now, apparently, Miss Jaguar, right, because Tasha K did a podcast with Jaguar's son and was asking him questions. So that automatically had her on Jaguar's bad list. So this is what Miss Jaguar did. Miss Jaguar called CPS on Tasha K. And when I tell you she made up some fuck shit, she made up some fuck shit to the point where CPS showed up at Tasha K's house and was was checking out all her kids. She said that one of her kids had to stand up naked in front of the CPS worker because the child has eczema, and she had to, and the CPS worker wanted to make sure that it was eczema and not, her abusing the child or some shit. And she went through all of this because told CPS a whole bunch of lies just so that CPS could. So according to Tasha K, now I don't like Miss Tasha K. I don't like that bitch, but I ain't gonna lie. She got a right to beat Jaguar ass for that bullshit. Cause no, player, you called CPS and told them what? And they was at my house doing what? And my child
that's a whole
was
other level.
looking at them, looking at doing what? And it was all a lie, bitch. I'ma fuck you up when I see you. It's on site.
Yeah.
Said it's on site.
That's fucked up.
Said it's on site, bitch. It's on site. I have to whoop your ass now. I'm gonna have to whoop your ass now.
That is fucked all the way up. Girl. And you know what? Fuck that. I don't care who you are. Fuck Jaguar for that. Because, dude, as someone who's been, both of us, me and
let's
Kai,
keep it real. We've talked about it. Both of us have been in a situation where a bitch opened her mouth and called ACS, and ACS showed up, found nothing, and left us alone. But yet we on record that ACS was called on us, but and we did nothing. Girl, when I heard
that shit is not funny, man. That destroys lives.
I'm gonna have to. Even though I don't like Tasha, I'm gonna have to say Tasha right to beat your ass. Tasha right to find you and beat your ass for that.
Still, fuck you, Tasha. Though, I'm done with you.
I don't like Tasha. I don't give a fuck. A part of me wants Jaguar to beat Tasha's ass just because I don't like her. But at the
they
end
should
of the
both
day,
go at it to the death.
At the end of the day, that shit is wrong. Do not call ACS on parents unless the fucking child is truly in danger. I repeat, do not call ACS on parents for a child unless the child is truly in danger.
And if they are, take them yourself.
You better tell them the truth. Don't put fucking 20 on 10. Don't put 20 on 10 when 20 don't even need to be on 10.
If they are, I don't know, help them yourself. So give them money or give them whatever you need. You don't have to ruin someone else's life. as you know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
or nonetheless, I'm sorry, not necessarily ruin someone's life, but these departments do not have your best interests at heart. They don't give a fuck about these kids. They're just a check.
And at the end of the
So
day,
you're
girl,
just contributing to that.
they are ruining people's lives because that shit is on your record. You still, you know what I'm saying? That shit is,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Yes, it goes away after a while, but for a minute, the
But
shit
it's
sit
still-
there.
Yeah.
And anybody, and if anybody want to up and decide to call again, and they don't know that other motherfuckers called and was on some fuck shit, that shit all adds up. They still look at all that shit, even if nothing was found. So yes, you do ruin somebody's life with that bullshit. Yes, the fuck you do.
Once you affect somebody's livelihood, that other person has all the right to either take yours or fuck with yours.
Fuck with yours. Fuck with
know?
yours, because really that shit is crazy. Like when and again, shout out to Sean Davy Way. That's how I even heard this shit in the first place. Watching the 2 episodes on his podcast, and it's like and like, and he's one that definitely don't like Tasha K. So to hear he actually let her come on his show, and she was like, yes. And me and Jaguar have to meet up, with no cameras, because I don't want no evidence of our meeting, because she called CPS on my what? I was like,
that's too far, mommy. That's too much.
Get the fuck out of here! No, that's wrong as fuck, baby.
That is too much, mommy.
That's too much, mommy. That is too much. That's when you say, "Oh no, you've gone too far now." Now you went somewhere where we can return. We can't act like it didn't happen.
Like I said, man,
we can't act like this didn't happen. Like you didn't say that. Like you didn't say that. You didn't do that. You didn't say that. No,
crazy, man.
No, real talk. I kind of feel it like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Man, what was I gonna say? I finally, I think, am over my porn addiction. Like when and like I mean, like I masturbate to like the most random shit that had nothing to do with porn. Like, ooh, those cookies. I just made some nice cookies, or like, or you know what I mean? Something that's just totally like, and it's like, okay, I don't know what this is in my phase of life, but okay, I'm going with it. Okay.
Yeah. You know what?
Another.
However, the release is achieved. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because clearly a release is needed. No, a release is needed. You feel me? But
like that post nut clarity.
You feel me? And shit, they talk about that. They actually talk about that you know what I'm saying, that when you watch too much of a strong sexual shit, you fucking get desensitized. That shit just it becomes nothing, and therefore, so maybe that's what it is. You done watched from A to fucking Z. You scrolled all the way down till you got to. It was nothing. And they say, you completed this level.
Well, just like think of it as like an oven, right? Like when you turn the dial of like an oven or a stove.
Word.
It's like, dang, once I was past that part in that oven, in the porn oven, where it was like dude on dude action.
Oh my God, no.
Girls and horses, like shit like that. I'm like, okay, I gotta step it back, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what it's gonna do for me now, you know.
Oh no, that's way too far, honey. Like we needed to dial it down like three notches ago. It sound like okay.
Yeah,
it like we needed to dial down like 3 notches ago, but we good. I mean, hey, again, you know what I'm saying? We're finding different ways to achieve the goal, which is a nut.
Oh, I have one more thing to tell you, Queen, because
Okay, go ahead.
you would love this, okay? Remember I told you about this little job I got, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's everyone's Christian, everyone's either like a pastor or some sort of minister, besides me, of course, right?
Oh
But
wow.
long story short, I guess like a couple of people have shown interest in me or something like that, right?
Right.
But my thing is, oh, I'm sorry, I'm married to the Lord right now, you know. I'm married to the Lord.
And you
That's
said
my
this
new
because that you had no interest in turning out said people, or what's going on?
I think no, I mean I'm horny, yes, right? It has nothing to do with not wanting to fuck. It's just like, should I be fucking right now?
No, I get
And
it.
I think I have more to lose than I have to gain anyway. And
Word,
so we've talked about it. Like I've been very open about my sexual life on this podcast because
word.
I think we have different stages. Like not too long ago, I was having hella sex. Like it was like almost too much, you
Right.
know? So it's like these phases that I share because it's good content for real, but this
Mm-hmm.
is the place to share it on. And I've always been having real conversations since I was young, anyways.
Word.
So long story short, it's just like I feel like I said, I'm my own like dude, like I'm my own dream man or I'm my own dream woman because I love the woman that I am and I'm
Word.
becoming. And so it would have to take somebody that just I feel like I couldn't live without. Like
Word.
once I know and if I know or if I do find that person, I will be sharing it on here. You know what I'm saying?
And see,
But
that's
as of
probably
right,
what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Because everything happens for a reason, Queen. Everything
Mhm,
happens for a reason. So
mhm.
at the end of the day, what you're doing is making more responsible decisions about your boom boom. And that's
Boom.
good. That's real good. That's real good.
Thank
You know what I'm
you.
saying?
Thank you,
Because
Queen.
at the end of the day, once you know what I'm saying, once you find that person that actually deserved to get it, then you know what I'm saying, when you slap it on the fucking side of his head, he'll know what to do with it and shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the clarity that you are developing to in order to make the right choice is good to have. It's good to fucking
Thank
continue
you.
and shit. You know what I mean? Therefore, you know what I'm saying, the fuck shit, you know what I mean? And that's probably what it is. It's probably just the everything around you testing you to make sure that you know what path you should be on, which is the path of betterment. You know what I'm saying? And betterment involves better things. You automatically said no to these people because obviously they wasn't in the right class or gave you any kind of level of thinking that they was going to be the one. So obviously you made the decision to turn it down. That's a good fucking thing. Oh hell yeah, that's a good fucking thing.
Well,
You know what I'm saying, you need to be proud of that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, because when the right person comes along, you gonna know it, and they gonna be the one that's gonna handle this shit right, and you gonna feel good about, you know what I'm saying, waiting for that person. That ass.
and I
That
like the idea of not anybody can have this shit. You know what I mean?
word.
Like, we're
Like
raising the
that's like
stock
that.
on
No,
this
like
pussy,
hold on.
raising
You
the
can fill
stock
out
on this
applications all
pussy.
day, but shit, if you don't meet the criteria, I ain't even gonna look at the shit. Like at the end of the day, you gotta meet the criteria. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's called
Man,
that's called being real, making real good decisions about your pum pum. Yes, do that.
thank
Do
you. And I'm going to
that.
celebrate this because I have
Indeed.
not always felt this way, girl.
Hmm.
We would remember sticker season.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
This bitch, excuse me,
That's
not
what
this bitch,
you said
this
it was like at
queen.
least 3 episodes. Like, yes, I was giving it away like stickers. Like, nah,
This
man, let's
queen
not do
right
no
here has
stickers. We
seen
not
some of the
stickers.
craziest shit, man. And we haven't even been friends for that long. We've been friends for a while, but not that long for her to be like, damn, bitch, you crazy. Because I'm not getting, not everybody's gonna have the pleasure of knowing the ins and outs of my personal relationship either.
Word.
So
That's
yeah,
that's
girl.
another thing. That's another thing, girl. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad you said that because real talk, I've been really honing in that situation with myself when it comes to, you know what I'm saying? Because like because I realized the other day, because I even made a video about it on my channel. I made a video saying that I miss my sister, and I realized because and having a conversation with Africa, I realized that not that I realized because I knew the reason why she was mad, the reason why she's not talking to me, but at the end of the day, I also, I talk about, it's been over 10 years and life has changed. I mean, we only got one life. Why she hasn't changed her mind, but at the same time, I realized that one of the reasons why that situation was like that was because I was at one point in my life, I was one of the people that always, when things were going on with me, you know what I'm saying, relationship wise, I'd be quick to tell people what's going on. And then of course I'm telling them, they catch feelings based on what I'm telling them. And then if I turn around and go back and go back to that person, they still in their feelings based on, what I said. And it's like, it makes it seem like what the fuck, you told me that it was this and this and this and you wasn't going to do this, but now you back, and it's like, come on. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, it wouldn't have even been like that if I would have just kept my motherfucking mouth shut. Like, real talk. Like, when I'm going through, I really decided in my life, like, when it comes to certain shit in my life, in my relationship, I don't need to be telling motherfuckers about it. Because then that way you can't have a motherfucking opinion about it, no matter how the shit go either fucking way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
and
right.
There's certain things that, certain things as far as discretion. And it's like, it's a damn shame it took a long time to learn that lesson. But at the end of the day, I realized that shit is a real situation. Like, I've had situations in the past where it's like people knew certain things about me, and then it's like, they felt some type of way based on that information, and when they didn't even have to have that information in the first fucking place. Like, I brought that shit to their attention. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Keeping your business, keeping certain things and certain things, to yourself, and keeping your business. That shit is a level of protecting yourself and also protecting the relationships that you have with other people. You know what I mean? Because they don't need real talk. There's certain things that motherfuckers don't really need to fucking know.
Absolutely. And I learned the hard way as well, because I did the same thing. That's why I'm agreeing with you. It's not ever in judgment. It's because I did it in the worst way. And it was one of the reasons that my last relationship, aside from other things, didn't work out. And I take full responsibility. And now I know going forward, that no one's gonna know about my beef within my relationship, because it doesn't matter anyway. On the flip side though, because I've been the other side. I've been that person that has vented, and I've been that person that's been vented to. And I think that we have a responsibility as friends and as sisters, also, whether we're blood or not. If your sister wants to vent, let's just let her vent. And it doesn't matter how many times she goes back to whomever she does, because there's a reason for that we'll never know, and it's none of our business. So at the same time, it's like, I never understood why motherfuckers would beef over who the hell I'm with. Because it doesn't matter to anybody. I can't fuck you. I can't fuck
if you're not fucking him. I mean, if I'm the one fucking him, what's the problem?
I can't know real shit.
Like literally, if nothing, and like literally whatever. And again, with my sister, the situation is crazy, because when I talk to Africa, because of course she talks to Africa more, And Africa's telling me that that the main thing that affects her is what I did with Africa when it came to the situation that she's mad at, and it's just like Africa's grown now. Like Africa is 25 years of age. I am going to be 51. So in my head, I'm like, time has passed, and you and I and everybody that's alive know that you can't go back to yesterday and do nothing about yesterday.
Right.
You could apologize, you can learn, you can move on and be better, but you can never go back and fucking fix a decision that you can't do that. So to hold me responsible for like, I don't live back there no more. Like, you don't live back there no more.
Boom.
Like, none of us live back there. None of us. The fuck?
Boom. Your hair looks glorious, by the way. Whoever did that shit, kudos.
Thank you, honey. Listen, it's because the hairstyle that I had, I don't know if you, because I literally just took out, just basically, I'm taking it out because I'm about to get my hair done next week again. So I just put it in a little, did a little something just to keep it going, because after all, I gotta go to work, and at the plantation, you gotta be presentable. So you know what I'm saying. But
stylish.
But at the end of the day, I'm taking it out because I'm getting my hair done next week, and I need to let my scalp breathe, and get ready for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is just something I just put together just so I could look right while I go to work, because I damn sure gotta go to work. Damn sure gotta hit that plantation, as we all do.
And you know what? And for those also that one of the most embarrassing things I must say in my parenting with my children is that I don't know how to do their hair properly. So long story short, this queen that watches my two younger kids, I love her, Queen. I call her, her daycare is called Auntie and Tanti. There's two queens that run it. It's so beautiful. They're so beautiful and wonderful. Right. Anyway, long story short, she offered not only to cut my son's hair, she also has taken upon herself to take care of Sela's hair, which I really appreciate, because not only does she know what to do with it, she knows how important the maintenance is of it, right?
Right.
And so that's one thing that I could be better at. But since, we got a village going on, we have that help. And so if you're raising ethnic children and you don't know or, children of another culture, and you don't know what to do with their hair, even if they're Samoan and their hair is very, like mine, very curly and everything, then, excuse me, you may want to surround your family with people that look like your children that can help you. That's a tip for you parents out there. Especially, some people just don't know. And then you try to buy these products in the store, and that's just maybe doing more harm than good and wasting you a bunch of money,
No, I feel you. But no, if I remember correctly, Sela got locks, right?
Yes.
Well, real talk. I mean, if you know what I'm saying, whenever you got time, I mean, shit, I already know the baby is the boss. But whenever you got time, there's definitely a lot of, lock maintenance videos on fucking YouTube that, you know what I'm saying? Because trust me, even with these nails, I you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, well, a goddess don't have her locks anymore. She, she took hers out. But Anaya still has her locks. So, you know what I mean? So I definitely be taking care of her hair and shit. And if you ever need tips, girl, shit, I can tell you what to do. But at the end of the day, on your own time, whenever you're ready, you could always, go on fucking YouTube and look, lock maintenance videos, and it'll show you, what I'm saying, just, how, I'm saying, how to, wash the hair if there's like a lot of buildup, based on dirt or whatever, you know what I mean? Shit. I mean, Portland, I know you told me Portland is very, very bland and very white, so you might have to order some black products on like Amazon or some shit like that to like handle their hair and shit. But girl, they definitely, YouTube is a source of information like a motherfucker, just like Google. If you want somebody to snitch, Google will be ready right there to snitch on whatever information you need. So yeah, if you ever need to fucking, get information, shit, girl, I got you. Never mind the fact, like I said, there's definitely some freaking lock maintenance videos and shit, and if you got somebody that's willing to retwist her hair on a regular basis, you damn sure can also see if at any point if anywhere near you there's some black salon around you, because a black salon would definitely will have a motherfucker in there twisting locks or something in there, you know what I mean? So those are definitely some sources, girl. Shit, or I got you. Never mind.
I know.
I'm gonna tell you exactly where to go on your time. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't got time to listen to my ass rant about hair.
It's like, and that's the thing. It's like you're absolutely right, but I haven't like taken it seriously upon myself,
right,
to do that. I mean? So now I am, and I'll learn alongside. I thought about doing. I had thought about doing my hair in locks as well, but I think I need to wait and really think about it because it's a big commitment.
It definitely
and also,
is.
I need to have a reason why that it makes sense for me. It can't just be a stylish thing, as cute as I think it's gonna be. But don't worry,
that's also a conversation you can have with Sela too, because you could, what I'm saying? Shit, that grown ass girl, I'm pretty sure she could tell you straight up, mommy, you know what? I was kind of thinking, I might want to be putting my hair in different styles, and that's where what I'm saying, and that's when you got to figure out how to either whether you want to cut them out or what I'm saying, comb them out, what I mean. Either way, what I'm saying, there's definitely ways for you online, definitely ways for you to figure out your own baby hair, and young man that I'm hoping he ain't shitting on the couch no more. Young man,
no, none of that. Thank God.
Dude, I'm a shoe. All he needs is a haircut. Shoe again. A black salon will definitely have some barber up in there that could say, "Look here, chop this boy hair a little bit for me." You know what I'm saying? Charge me like $5-7. I mean, because you can't be charging me grown man prices. You should be charging me like $5-7.
Small head,
and if you really pay attention, you can buy yourself a fucking what they call that shit. I forgot what they call that shit. The same shit that the barber used, whatever the fuck he used. You could buy one of the motherfuckers and experiment in your house and shit. Like, look, bro, I'm gonna cut your hair real quick because mama can't afford to take you to barbershop. I'm gonna make sure you look right. Here you go. Bam.
Yeah, you're right. I just need to take it seriously, and I could do those lineups if I really try, I'm sure. Since I had shared with Sela, I was like, "Hey, honey." It's funny because it's funny that you say that other styles and stuff. I said, "Hey, honey, Kai's daughter, because she knows a goddess." I said she now has braids, and she's like, "Oh, that's cool." And I go, "So have you thought about doing your hair another style?" And she insists on the dreads.
And that's
she really feels.
And that's what's up,
that.
And that's what's up. But at the same time, it's good for you to what I'm saying. Why? Because even when homegirl decide, like whenever you get her to do her hair, you could sit there and watch her and see what she freaking does. Right. That shit ain't fucking brain surgery. And like I said, there's plenty of YouTube videos that'll show you how to wash the hair properly. What I'm saying, what you could use to retwist it yourself, you know what I mean, and then just what I mean, and eventually you might learn a style or two, you know what I mean, if you can't find an actual, because first of all, while I'm sitting here recommending a black salon, I'm gonna tell you that the shit gonna cost you. So at the end of the day, as a mama that knows that sometimes I can spend the money and sometimes I need to save the money and do it myself, the best thing you should do is to get yourself a couple of videos, get yourself a couple of products, and shit, use your children as practice, nigga. Shit, the fuck? Sit here and sit and shut the fuck up. I'm fixing your hair. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? Shut the fuck up. I'm fixing your hair. And you can sit there and practice on the child. You know what I mean? And you know, sometimes you get it right, sometimes you won't, you know, because that's literally what I was doing when I would do my hairstyles. You know what I'm saying? I would because now I get my hair done. I don't even do my hair no more. I literally, but when I wash Anaya's hair, I'm, of course, you know what I'm saying, I get, you know, I sit her down, I get my little tools and, you know, do a little hairstyle. Sometimes she keep it in for a couple days. Sometimes she you know, get rid of it the same day because she like her hair just to hang. But girl, there's a lot of videos that you can figure out yourself, and all you would need is just some patience, and, you know, maybe, you know, while the baby's sleeping and shit, just have her sit down and, you know what I'm saying, get your little practice on it. And like I said, when homegirl do her hair, watch her and see what she do. You know what I mean? Definitely watch her and see what she do. Therefore, you'll be able to pick up the skills yourself. You know what I mean? When you can't take her to a little salon.
That's right. You're right. Thank you for that.
Of course, queen. Shit, stop playing with me. You know what I mean? Because that's the easiest thing. That's the easiest thing. And because she really wants to keep her hair, shit, girl, then you can definitely sit there and practice with her. And she'll actually let you sit there and practice with her because she want, you know what I mean? She gonna want to see the little cute little hairstyles and be like, oh, mommy can do that. Girl, let's do that. Let's go.
So I know that we've been talking, you know, for a while, but I just have one question now. So in terms of when I come out there in New York for the convention and shit, because I think I am gonna definitely do that.
Okay.
And we meet with High and Happy, and we do one of them 420 rides. I want to know, if would you consider my idea if you sat in the front with him and
no, fuck out of here. You better stop playing with me. Hell the fuck no. Absolutely. Girl, get the fuck. Absolutely not. First and foremost, ain't trying to go to nobody's jail because you trying to do some trickery in the back of the car. Nah. And he ain't gonna record and put that shit on his YouTube channel or Instagram. None of that bullshit. Shit, he might fuck around, put it on, but then you have to work out some kind of Pornhub contract with him. But again, I ain't gonna be in the car with that bullshit. You play too fucking much.
Why not, queen?
You crazy. You crazy. Never mind the fact, as soon as the police pull over, so like, oh, word. Word. Everybody going to the tunes today. Everybody going to the tunes. And you be the only one that don't know what the hell is the tunes. You be like, oh, that's got to be some sort of jail. I don't know. I don't like the way it sounds. It's some sort of jail. We be going to the tunes. We be going to the tunes. I ain't going to the tunes with you. You be by yourself in the tunes. The fuck?
Oh my god! I tell you, sometimes the shit that goes on in my brain is like, what?
Sometimes the shit that goes on in your head is fucking. No. Okay. Oh, no, hell no, you wild.
I got okay.
Much less he probably just said when he was on our video, and he's like, yeah, I probably consider it. He probably did because obviously he must got some sort of Pornhub contract. Like, yeah, we gonna have to sign this. When you get 60, I get 40, some shit, something like that. Cause bruh.
Okay, dude, one more
never
idea.
Never mind. This man got I mean, shoot. First of all, I don't want to talk bad about his car, but it's not nothing brand new, and it's definitely not there's always stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? There's always stuff in it. So the fuck, you wilding.
Dang, because
you know what I mean?
For one thing, I feel like when he was talking about that 75-year-old sucking his dick and stuff, I was like, shit, I bet I can top it. And then
No, but
okay, one
you know
more.
what? When he said that shit,
Um,
the only thing that I was thinking was, damn, men will just. It don't even matter with a man, because for me, I would have been like, 7 don't, don't you? No, don't. You know what? No, you can't touch me. No, we can't. No, because because then my memory gonna make me remember it when I'm asleep, and I'm gonna have to get up and puke. And that, I don't care how much money you got, player. I don't care. We can't do 70. What? We can't do
AJ
nothing.
number the number,
We can't do
homegirl.
nothing if you 75 and wrinkly and funky looking. No,
That's
no.
the thing. She wasn't though. She was on. It sounded like she was nice and tight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
depending on obviously, because he probably got somebody that hits Dr. Miami on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Because Dr. Miami can even rejuvenate a pum pum, like make it tighter, younger, and all kind of shit. I don't even know. I don't even want to understand what he uses to make a pum pum tighter, younger, and rejuvenate. I don't want to know. But at the end of the day, I kind of want to be like, what you put in there? But what you put in there though?
Man, ask Jada
Something in there.
Pinkett.
I don't know.
Ask Jada Pinkett and her mama. Shit. Hey,
Okay.
I have one more
Okay.
question for you because this is right up your alley, being an erotic adult novelist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell me about this pitch, okay? Tell me whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Right.
Pastor of a church, or not a pastor, but let's say like a church youth leader
Mm-hmm.
has like starts sleeping with all these married women in the church.
Right.
And then it just describes like their sex and shit like that. What you think? But the
Um,
theme is this guy who he pretty much joins churches as like he's not a preacher or nothing, but he
right.
joins it like, oh, I'm here to praise the Lord. And he wants to work with the youth, and he targets like the youth moms, the MILFs and shit, the single moms,
Right.
and he makes them fall in love, and then he just fucks the shit out of them like nonstop. And then there's drama that goes on. Like, what do you think?
Oh, hell yeah. I definitely have. I mean, I can't say I have read any books like that, but damn sure have seen some titles, the pastor's, like the pastor's wife or some shit where it's like, matter of fact, I remember one time I actually, like, that was a while ago when this woman was writing a book, something about, she was the pastor's wife, but she was actually having an affair with this dude that she really wanted to be in love with, and then she had she got pregnant family, and the whole book had a whole level of drama. It was just crazy and shit. She wanted me to edit the book, and I was editing it, and I was really editing it, but at the end of the day, I was reading the shit like, yo, this shit is crazy, because for a pastor wife, you kind of a hoe, like you hitting it, you hitting here, hitting there, you hitting everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And then you get pregnant. It's like, oh, you should have made them wear condoms. Like, what's good? But it's a book I'm reading and editing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely something that shit, man. Listen, especially if it sound, and man, listen, especially if it sound like it's something that's really happening for real, and then but at the same time you throw other fake names, fake, fake background in it, shit, motherfuckers will read that shit and be thinking, yo, who in here snitching about? Who in here snitching about our business in here, because our business is in this book? And then you could be like, nah, that's a fictional book, motherfucker. I don't know none of your business.
No, you know what? I got it. I had mentioned one key. You're gonna read it for sure, but I
Oh,
wanted to hear what you thought about the concept.
hell
But
yeah, the
there's a
concept is
twist.
definitely a good one.
Well, there's a twist to it. There's a
Oh,
reason why motherfuckers are doing the things that they're doing. But it's the hotness of like the forbidden fruit type shit where it's like,
right,
you know what I'm saying? So
right.
anywho, okay. There we
Oh,
go,
hell
motherhood.
yeah. You know what I'm
You know, we
saying?
gotta talk about everything regarding motherhood, sex, marijuana, so why not?
Hell
And
yeah, and
speaking
shit,
of,
and not to throw suggestions, but if you fucking shut down, if you can jump up and say that he might be, you know, because he hit a couple of the chicks that he hit and got money, you know what I'm saying? A couple of them been hitting them off type shit, you know what I'm saying? So money getting exchange type levels type, you know what I mean? What?
right,
Because bitches with money will give it out. Let's keep it real.
right,
Let's keep it real.
exactly.
Let's keep it real.
Oh, I just got an idea of the
Yes, we are creatives
storyline.
in this bitch, so shit, we can bounce ideas off each other on a regular basis, girl. You damn right. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And of
right.
course, as always, yes, I see that's that what that said. You said a cocoa mango.
This is Don Mega.
Oh, I thought it said
I've
cocoa. Okay.
No, I've never had it before. Shout out to Rosebud Growers out
Mm,
here in Portland, I guess y'all are at. Um, this is amazing. It's really good weed. It's an indica
nice.
based. And I bought, how much was it? Well, since we're talking about prices and stuff. For this eighth, I paid $32, but
Nice.
because there was a sale going on, they had like their
Nice.
flour on sale for on Sundays or some shit. It was like 20% off today.
Nice.
So I got the
Well, you
top
already
shelf.
know that this week, no, next week. Well, of course, first of all, this whole month, because it's 420. Although this episode is going to drop after 420, this
Okay,
whole
happy
month
14th.
of April, shit, a lot of dispensaries are going to have sales. Now, see, that's the main thing
Yes.
I gotta say I miss about the West Coast, because best believe the sales, you know, walking into a store and just knowing that yes, I'm a stoner and you want to give me a way to get high and keep a couple of dollars in my pocket. Yes, I love you. But see, you know what I'm saying? New York ain't, you know, we ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, there's gonna be a lot of events out here, you know what I mean? And I actually missed an event that happened on Friday that that they happened to, you know, send Motherhood Sex Marijuana a free ticket for, but I couldn't go because because it wasn't until they sent me the ticket and sent me the information and told me that the event was happening at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I was just like, well shit, 11 o'clock in the morning, I got to be at my job. Like, I can't, yes, I love weed and I love, you know, celebrating weed, but I got an actual, you know, plantation that I gotta be at. So if you want to have an event at 11 a.m., you not considerate of my, you know, plantation time. So therefore I can't join you. But you know what I'm saying? But hopefully, hopefully, if there's anything else going on and we're invited, of course I'm try to get there, but shit, it's got to be within a reasonable time. It can't be just whenever the fuck because you think I got time like that. Like I'm a stoner, but I actually gotta be somewhere between 9 and 5. I'm just saying, because I actually gotta be somewhere between 9 and 5.
Yeah,
So yeah, so that's the beautiful thing. You'll definitely see sales. You'll definitely see, what I'm saying, because I remember the weed store I used to go to would have, $5 joints or joints or like 5 joints for $5, some shit like that on 420. All kind of good shit going on, just to let you feel good to celebrate the stoner holiday. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna
I
be
wanna
it's not gonna be like that around here. It's all right.
I feel it.
It's all good.
So like, okay, here's a question too.
Mm.
If I do go to the CWCB, or when I do, and let's say I actually go to the yacht party, do you want me to leave you and your husband alone since it's his birthday?
Girl, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, based on the on last year's boat ride, you would dead ass is gonna be so immersed in, because first of all, it's a lot of people that fucking come to that boat ride. At least that last year was definitely a good amount of people. That was
Okay.
one. Two, the food was amazing. When I tell you there was food everywhere and like just like little snack plates everywhere, that shit was
Cause bitch, I
very,
want to be on a boat.
you know what I'm
Cause
saying? So just between the food and talking to people and shit, never mind once the DJ start, putting on music and, you know what I'm saying, we riding around New York, because literally the music came on, we were riding around New York, everybody lit up. Like everybody had, they smoked
okay,
and everybody was smoking. There was no, I mean, that's the best part, that just knowing that you in a party and you know that everybody's on the same vibe. Everybody is chilling. Everybody just want to smoke weed, enjoy music. The fucking bar was flowing. I mean, liquor was definitely flowing, which was one of the best things that my husband liked about it. So, never, you know what I mean? So just, and then,
okay.
and again, it's a grown person's atmosphere. So it's not like, so if you was to come, you honestly, you would be immersed in that shit.
That's true.
We probably be running into each other, as we
That's
passing
right.
through, because it's like,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying? They have the dance floor. Then there was the section where people were sitting and actually, talking and networking, and you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because
Cool.
everybody was there. You know what I mean? A lot of the weed stores that claim that wasn't legal, that still ain't legal according to New York law, they were at, you know what I'm saying, the owners were at the boat ride, you know what I mean? A lot of, you know what I mean? So everybody was chilling, everybody was just, it was just a vibe like a motherfucker. So trust and
That's right.
believe. If you show up to this shit, you just gonna be immersed in that shit. Like it's just
That's
gonna be
right.
too much, going on for you to, for it to be a situation where you'd be like, it wouldn't be like where you would have to be, like it'd be just three of us, and then just a
Well,
whole world going on around us. Girl,
okay.
please. And never mind that, you know what I'm saying? Especially when people, because of course, shit, not for nothing, honey. We're known in the Canna industry around here. I don't know
That's
if you
right.
know this, but
That's
we
right.
are known. So
That's right.
motherfucker, so fuck around. You're gonna see somebody walk up to you and be like, "Hold up, ain't you motherhood?" Yes, motherhood, sex, marijuana, motherfucker. Fuck you, me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. Plus the big ass tag, because the ticket that you gotta have to get on the boat is literally a chain with not a chain, but like one of those cord chains that they just kind of, and it has a big ass label thing, and it has your name on it. And literally they ask you when you buying the ticket, they ask you, what do you want the thing to say? And I put Kai Storm, host of Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana. And for last year, the mistake I made was I put his actual government name, because I wasn't even paying attention when I bought the ticket, and so I put his government name as on the big ass thing. So everywhere that he was walking, it just showed his actual name. But this year, what the hell did I do? I put shoe. I put the husband of Kai Storm, and he represents motherhood, sex, man.
That's right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Literally put that
That's
shit on
right.
it. So when he walks around with his thing, anybody to see his thing and be like, "Oh, you represent motherhood, sex?" Yes, I do. My wife is over there. Go talk to her. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Exactly. So trust me, if that, and even it was, so whether you make the industry, the roof party, or the what you call it, the boat ride, the atmosphere alone It's going
Yeah.
you're gonna be all in that. Because that's what
That's
we
right.
was all over the place. We were dancing, we was hanging out, we was getting drinks, we was eating like a motherfucker. Because again, we smoking like a motherfucker. We was
That's right.
smoking like a motherfucker, smelling weed like a motherfucker everywhere. So
That's right.
trust me, we was high as shit, and the food and the liquor was flowing. Which
And there's a
again
live show
made
there
me really
too,
say
right?
that, okay, yes, that's the reason why these tickets are expensive, because they clearly put out whoever they got catering. They do their damn thing. They don't come with no fake shit. They don't come with no little chips or no little, no.
Right.
They coming in here with real food to feed
That's right.
real munchies, because motherfuckers, they know motherfuckers is gonna have real munchies. So they put real food out. You know what I'm saying? And of course,
So
for
like
people that like to drink, they serve the
they
liquor.
gotta
You know what I'm
eat
saying? They serve the
and
liquor.
drink.
So trust and believe, it's not a party where you're gonna feel like you gonna be all over the place, girl. Trust me. You're gonna be all
So
over.
like what if do they do live music there?
Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah.
actually, because that's why I was wondering when we were talking about, Smoking Honest and how she would contribute. Like literally, the boat ride just had a DJ. Like he and the
Okay.
DJ, he was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He played all kind of music. It wasn't like he played, he played rap, he played reggae, he played he was playing, he was cutting up. Your man was actually playing some good ass music. Everybody had fun. You know what I mean? Because it
Awesome.
was a mixed crowd. It definitely wasn't, it definitely wasn't just an all white crowd. It was definitely a lot of different cultures. Everybody was there. You saw say all kind of different cultures in the party. But one thing you did definitely notice is that there wasn't nobody there on no bullshit. Nobody was in there trying to fight. Nobody wasn't in there trying to argue with nobody over no bullshit. Everybody was on cool runnings, love, smoke weed, drink if you want to, and chill. And when it was time to get off the boat, everybody got off the boat accordingly. Nobody was fighting. Nobody was arguing. Everybody was on peace mode. Everybody was on peace mode. Everybody was grown. Everybody was there to party, and that's it. Not on that bullshit. Word.
And I want to take part in that too. So we're
Word.
gonna see what's up.
And that's the reason why I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because of some real shit. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing. As a person, shit. When I go out, I want to make sure. I want to know that I'm gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna come back home, and ain't gonna be no bullshit. And that was one thing I appreciated. Like, it was a real grown people party. Everybody. There was nobody there that could say that they didn't have fun. You know what I mean? Word.
And then what should I eat when I get out there? The first place I should eat.
Well, shit, girl, there's good food every freaking where. You know what I mean? I mean, shit, from the corner store with the famous chopped cheese sandwiches to shit to the dollar pizza, who is now $1.50 because inflation. Yes, but it's true. And to you know what I mean, to Chinese food, all that shit, everything is good out here. Stop playing. And the main spots I'll be hitting is the neighborhood spots, because 9 times out of 10 the neighborhood spots be having a good price and they local. You know what I mean? So. Word.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward.
You know how New York get down. For the little bit of time that you spend out here, you know how New York get down.
I know.
Word.
I miss it so much. I even love the vibe in like DC and shit. Like when I was out there visiting a homie.
Yeah, definitely.
But I can't wait to get out there. New York to me is like another home away from home, because I can be whoever I want to be. And to a gypsy, that's everything. You know what I mean?
Indeed, yo,
Wow,
this has been a fucking awesome episode, honey. I'm telling you, shit, and like I told you before, we got to record one more to finish season 5 on Mother's Day. and shit, and then we
Alright.
going and then shit we gonna be all the planning, and you know what I'm saying, we gonna speak this into existence. You gonna get to New York, we gonna do that. We gonna be on the, whether you be on the boat ride or the roof party, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna make my trip to Panama. We gonna definitely get clips of that shit. That's gonna be
Yes.
6 and shit. And we also got a whole bunch of other shit we got, you know what I'm saying, we got to work into the schedule for season 6. But either fucking way, the fact is we are keeping this going, and that's the main and beautiful thing. And we are absolutely thankful for every subscriber that hits that subscribe button and hit that notify button. You know what I mean? Everybody that's here every Sunday checking this out on a regular basis and supporting everything that we do, supporting our merch, shit, following us on social media, shit, you know what I'm saying? Jumping in our comments, all of that.
Dick pics, everything.
Appreciate every level of that shit. We love and appreciate every level of that motherfucking shit. Word.
Love y'all. Thank you so much. Love you, Queen.
Word. Love you too, Queen. On that note, motherhood sex now. Motherfucking building. All right, Queen. Later.
Peace.
Peace.